welcome back to another warm-up show with the hockey coach, your coach Rachid directly for the beautiful country of Thailand on the great Monday night, April 10, 2023. And unfortunately, our friend ENORTAP is not with us tonight, and I just want to share with you the story about this. His daughter got involved with an accident one afternoon. Look like everything is fine, but we don't know too much about the story. So I just want to share with you. We wish the best for the in our TAP family, and hopefully he's going to be back very soon. But I just want to sharing this with you at the beginning of the show so we can clear about in our TAP. So again, we wish the best for her, his daughter, and the situation with the family for Mr. ENORTAP. But we'll go to rock and roll the show, guys. This is the end of the season, the last week in NHL. And again, you have so many things involved. We're going to talk about this a bit later. All the 10 games we have on the program tonight have some kind of effect of the standing in the NHL. Whatever, starting with the first game tonight at 7 o'clock between the Jets and the Sharks. You can go with the Sabres and the Rangers, and then the Toronto Maple Leafs play in Florida. And so you can go all the way all night at the Carolina versus Ottawa. And we're going to follow this, of course, on 7 o'clock p.m. We have 6 games start, then 4 other games going to continue during the night. So it's going to be really interesting, busy week at 10, 10, 3, 15, and 2 game. This is the schedule of the week, and it'll be done. And then people asking me, what about when the playoff start, coach? The playoff start, guys, April 18. That will be the beginning. And what's the schedule? I don't know. But one thing we know, guys, we did this during the weekend. If you want to join our bracket NHL this season, you have to go to nhl.com/bracket. And then you have to looking for the league called Hockey Nation. So this is the name of the league, but we have a password. And the password is easy, guys. Playoff 2023. Alexandre Meilleur was the winner of the last year of the contest, and I just want to share with you about that. By the way, I don't know if the let me check this, guys, if this is over. We'll see if it's over or not. Do we have a winner on the? We still have 1 more weeks to go, I think, for the ESPN fantasy hockey. I just want to be sure. Look like, but. Again, if you want to join us, nhl.com/bracket, League Hockey Nation, and password playoff 2023. Very easy, and hopefully you're going to join us. Always fun because we can talk about the year brackets or the season, the playoff. It's going to start April 18. So that's what we got. But before we start, and we're not to welcome everybody. And the first of all, we're not to welcome the moderator, Mr. Luciano GRAZIANO is in the house. Thank you so much. Last Saturday, guys, we did the Super Saturday picks. I did not get the result yet, unfortunately. That's the reason you see over my head only Thursday night. But we're going to get those results a bit later on the week for sure. And last Saturday, guys, was 16 game in action, look like, and they have all the team for the first time play the same night, on the same night. So that's what we heard about that. Mr. Rand Cook is in the house. Welcome aboard. Jamo Vartanen from Finland is in the house. Welcome aboard. Mr. Rick Bengal from Halifax is in the house. And then we have Coach can rest Ren the closet. Yeah, time for the leave. Possible about that. Zeph Lacab is in the house. Claude Richard from Ottawa is in the house. William McClary knocked the door. Très early morning here, April 11, Tuesday, 5 a.m. here. And we wish the best for him. RJ Calabro is in the house. Welcome with already news about this. Thanks so much about this. Claude Richard will go with Toronto and the Oilers in the final. And then we have Claude, you're right, and RJ Calabro. Thanks so much. Claude Grandin. Mr. Gary, the road runner, is in the house. Thanks so much to be with us tonight. Don't forget, guys, to click on the likes. We have a full, complete program, guys, tonight because we want to talk about what happened over the weekend. We then going to talk about Montreal Canadiens. We have a couple of news about this. And then I'm going to talk about around the league because we have a lot of things to talk about. And then I'm going to go through the 10 game. Obviously, I cannot give you a lot of information about the game, but we're going to go through the score and what we're looking for. So that's what we got tonight around. And this is the final, guys. This is the last over a little bit more over 40 game on the program for an NHL complete the season 22-23. And they have a lot of things to talk about. We will be back at 9 o'clock tonight with Coach Frenchy. Tonight, we're going to talk about the Montreal Canadiens, the rookies, what they learn. And they have some kind of exit interview. They already prepared Montreal Canadiens today. Sakoski, Jacky, and Cooley talk about with the Montreal Canadiens reporters. So I took a resume of that and we'll talk about this at 9 o'clock p.m. But it's not going to be all Montreal Canadiens. It's a preparation of the playoff this week. So tonight we're going to be really all over the map at 9 o'clock. It will be a short show. 10:30 will be out here tonight. I just want to keep this simple as on the week. And this is a preparation for me, the new year in Thailand. People start this week, April 13th to April 15th. It's called Spoon Cran, the water gun battle. So it looks like it's going to be a lot of battle of the water during the week. So I'm going to make another video. If you follow me, guys, my video, Frenchy and Thailand, you can sign up my channel and I produce another video. My condominium at $5.75 per month. It was really my second video. Well, it was pretty cool. A lot of viewers and increasing. I doubled increasing the subscription in one day or during the weekend. So I'm getting excited about this and miss about like what 890 subscriber to get my 1,000 and my 4,000 hours. So anyway, we can talk a little bit more about this a bit later. We're going to see that. I could not find Hockey Nation on the website. I will try tomorrow. Rick, just go to Danny. Welcome back in the house. Rick, go to www.nhl.com/bracket and look for. Here we go. That's the way to that. NHL.bracket.com. Here we go. I did not find either Rand Kirk. I just get it there, guys. Let me see. We'll take a few seconds, guys. I will try to get there. Right, I will watch a video about Thailand and tell me, friend, thanks so much, Rick. I appreciate that for that one. I had to sign up now about that one. Yeah, I'm curious because I just did it like a few minutes ago before I come live in the show. I will do it a little bit later. Are you not Racket and Sen? So I did not find the league, but we will time. We have time. Yeah, absolutely about that one over there. So welcome everybody. Thanks to be a part of the show tonight. We can go about the next thing we want to talk about tonight, guys. Usually we ask in our tab what caught your attention during the weekend with so many games and so many things happening. I'm going to give you a briefly what happening, not only one thing. About that. First of all, guy, the Boston Bruins won the W. They won 6 straight W, but they crossed the point where they are the 60 W. They are 63 W overall. And right now, they are possible to pass the Montreal Canadiens with a W again, the Washington Capitals, or they beat the Montreal Canadiens in the last two final game to become the team with the most point in one season. And this is a really amazing, great performance for the Boston Bruins. You can talk again after that. David Pastrnak, the 60 goal cross during the weekend. What a great performance. The Ulmark still believe is under 2.00 goal again average. This is another one over there. And I can go all the way for the Boston Bruins. Great game, great season for Krejcik. And then we can talk about same time of Bergeron, McEnroy, and all the way the Boston Bruins. And what about the Jim Montgomery coach for the Boston Bruins after he was some kind of problem personal, and then he come back with that. So really great season for the Boston Bruins. On the flip side, the Florida Panthers pick it up and they eat up at the right time. Won the last 6 games. Now they're right now. If they beat the Toronto Maple Leafs tonight, they clinch their spot in NHL, spot wild card. So would be interesting if they can beat the Toronto Maple Leafs. Most of the time, they have a really successful game against the Toronto Maple Leafs at home, and Toronto and Florida are really good at home. So this is a really important game. And what about Alex Lyon, the goaltender of the Florida Panthers? Bobrovsky Knight is out of the lineup. He's performing very well, and this was not expect at some point. Many of our fans of the Montreal Canadiens was not want or they don't want to the Florida Panthers make the playoff. But if one team could be dangerous in the playoff, guys, is the Florida Panthers. They can score. They can score for many line. And what about the season of Matthew Tkachuk? You talk about an MVP players. I think we have to consider Tkachuk that level. Maybe not the same like McDavid because he's only the only one, but with other players in the NHL. If you think about the trade for Huberdeau and Goodrow now with Columbus, Tkachuk carry on the Florida Panthers on his shoulder all year long. Barkov got hurt, and he had many other injuries. Ekblad does not play the same level. Montour have a great year over there, but overall, we have to give credit for what Tkachuk did. Thanks so much, Claude, for this. Joseph Laham knocked the door. Thanks so much to get that this way. It's a very important game. Laval tonight. Laval continues to play their series of the playoff. Going to talk a little bit later. This other Kraken guys, they are a little bit couple of points before they create their 100 season point. But this is the first time they made the playoff in 2 years already. And what a great year for the Seattle Kraken. We talk about the goaltending situation and team. They don't have the superstar, but it's really well balanced, well coached by them, and they've battled for the to keep in the stop to keep in the playoff Pacific division. Now they try to catch up the Florida the Los Angeles Kings. I just want to be sure I'm right about this one over there. The Seattle have 98 points, and the Los Angeles Kings have guys 100 points. Seattle have 3 games to go. Los Angeles Kings 2. If the Seattle win tonight, they're going to be only be tie with the Los Angeles Kings. But this is the key right now. They have more W at the Kings. So the King could finish 4th if the Seattle win the last 3 games. Unbelievable turnover by the Seattle Kraken about that. And what about the King? They lost the last 3 games. The Colorado flying right away there. The Colorado guys are back in the first spot in the Central Division after they won the last 5 games. They are in front of the Dallas Star and the Minnesota Wild. And if they win the last 3 games, Colorado are going to complete again back at the top what everybody was expected. Again, the problem with injuries for the player will be the biggest concern for them. The Dallas Star, like I mentioned, they won the last 3 games. They passed again in Minnesota, back in the race. They are 2 points behind the Colorado Avalanche. They've turned around the Heat at the right time, 7-1 the last 10 game. And what about Robinson? Crossed the 100 point, and another great milestone for him. Finally, the Edmonton Oilers. What about the Edmonton Oilers? Won the last 7 game. Last 7 games, they are 9-0-1 in the last 10 game, and they are right now 2 points behind the Vegas Golden Knights, and they have 2 games to go. I'm not sure if the Edmonton can cross the Vegas, but what a great year turnaround for the Edmonton Oilers. Send the trade deadline when they add a couple of players in their lineup. For example, like Ekholm is one of them, and the Stuart Skinner keep consistent improvement to improving every the last couple of weeks. So Edmonton guys are right there. On the flip side, guys, concern at Tampa Bay Lightning. They have a couple of injuries now. Janat could be missing the beginning of the playoff. So Tampa Bay is really a big concern. The last 3 games, but they are only 3-7-0 the last 10 games. Very big concern. Same situation with Carolina Hurricanes, guys. They are 4-5-1, and the last 10 games, the last 2 games, and then since Shevnikov is out, this team is not look the same anymore with Terran Haven, and I can go with Pacioretty. Anyhow, that team are really concerned for me. The Washington Capitals, they gave up already. The white flag is already ahead for the last couple of games. They are 1-7-2. They lost the last 4 games, and they are really painful to watch. This is not looking good there. I'm not be surprised. Fire the coach. Couple of chances. Kuznetsov could play his last game with the Washington Capitals. Most chance could happen with Washington the next couple of months and then the bottom, the Anaheim, the Chicago, and the Columbus. They are right now losing all the game they can. They are, Columbus lost the last 3. Anaheim, they lost. They are 0-8 into the last 10 game, and the Chicago 1-9-0. So they are right now at the bottom of that one over there. So we have a few people about this. I just want to see everything. Coach and person. Coach, did you show what I sent you about how the app can get I saw that very quickly, but I did not take too much attention. I was busy at 4 o'clock in the morning to do this show today. But yes, I saw that. The start of the week, guys, we have this. We present this every time. They are 3 fun players that got McKinnon pick it up at the right time. 10.4 game, 5-5, 5 goal, 5 assists. Jordan Eberle for the Seattle Kraken, 8.4 game, 4 goal, 4 assists. Finally, Alex Lyon, guys, the Florida Panthers, like we just mentioned, here's the third star of the week, 3-0-0. And that's one of the reasons why the Florida Panthers are where they at that moment in the standing battle for the wild card spot 1 or 2 and the Eastern Conference. For the Montreal Canadiens, I did my AB Daily News. Madison deserves an A on his jersey. I think it's time to give this and remove the A on the Joel Edmondson. We're going to talk about this a little bit later tonight at 9 o'clock p.m. I invite you to join me live if you want to talk about the Montreal Canadiens. Everything's going on around the league. Thanks so much to join us tonight at the Hockey Nation Live Show. We really appreciate it. Don't forget, guys, to click on the like. If you don't mind, that'd be awesome. This is the last week, guys, of the warm-up show. And we're not going to return in next season, unfortunately, for the show. This is a great run of 2 years of the warm-up show. That's not so. We're not going to do the prediction. We're going to try to figure out something else. Maybe only one time per week, maybe the Saturday or the weekend. We don't know yet what would be the things about this warm-up show, but they're definitely not going to returning. Just open up the door, going to continue to do the Montreal Canadiens. Yes, I'm back next year and don't go nowhere. Don't worry about that. We'll just try to figure out what is the best for the channel to grow properly and to make this possible, make everything look smooth and better for everyone about that. Because, yes, it's early for me in the morning, but I'm always been a early bird, so I wake up at 4 or 5 every day since I'm 20 years old. And then ENORTAP, it's more about ENORTAP, really time consuming for him to watching all the game. And he does this on his volunteering. So what a great man he is, by the way, and we wish the best for his daughter at the same time. So I just want to share it with you that it's nothing wrong, nothing negative, or don't feel bad for us. In life you have to try, and if you don't try it, you never know. And then you can make some kind of modification and readjustment, everything like that. That's what we're going to do in the next couple of months to see what's the best for the channel. And now the Montreal Canadiens, I have a couple of things I can talk about this today. News. First of all, the Montreal returned 4 players. Rick, talk about the Laval Rocket. They are right now at the end of the season from like the Montreal Canadiens. They are in the battle for the last spot of the division. They have 3 other teams at battle. With one of them is a Cleveland Lumberjack, and Laval need to win and until all the way to the end. One of the 3 games they have, I think, is one again at Toronto. At least they are at the top of the division. Not going to be easy whatsoever. The Montreal sent RHP, Islanders, Schoenemann, and Primo back in Laval Rocket to helping them. That would definitely satisfy their team at some point. Is it good enough to make the playoff? We don't know. Will be something to follow for sure during the week. Now we have Alex Belzil, guy, is a nomination to represent the Montreal Canadiens for the trophy, the Mastodon Trophy. Maybe some of you don't know really the Mastodon Trophy. The Mastodon Trophy, guys, is really about um, the perseverance. You know, for everything you do in your life as a hockey player. And what about a great story about Alex Belzil? It's going to be Belzil in my app daily news tomorrow. We need to talk about that. I've been working in East Coast Hockey League for 20 years. And as a sport professional hockey, okay, at the different level, East Coast Hockey League, American Hockey League, and the NHL. Yes, after the East Coast Hockey League, you have other league, the SPHL. In the past, you had the WPHL, um, the 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 IHL. You can all the with those, but really the bottom is the East Coast Hockey League. And who they are, the players, and many of them guys are the players never been drafted in the NHL. They finish, they complete their NCAA college maybe, or they complete the CHL, or the junior career, and they don't have anything. They just want to continue to play hockey and never know what could happen. So they go to the East Coast Hockey League. At some point, that league was many over 20 team and East Coast at the beginning, at the end of the 90s, between 94 to 2005, 7, there was one of the biggest popular league around the USA and the southern location, from the Jacksonville to Tallahassee to Pensacola to Mobile, Gulfport, Biloxi, New Orleans, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, Lafayette, and I can go all the way to the Arizona and California. Many players from the Canada moved over there to play that level, but that's what Brazil did. He hanging there. He got his first contract. So anyway, here's a nomination for the Mastodon. We're going to talk about him a little bit later. And then finally, Sakoski was on the ice, returning on the ice for the Montreal Canadiens. We know Cole Caulfield was already on the ice during the week, last week. So Caulfield and Sakoski skating with the Montreal Canadiens. So it's a bit good to hear that at the end of the week, at the end of the season. Then Jakai too, Cooley. All three have kind of interview exit already for the week, because Friday at the end of the season, Montreal, everybody leave the building and they have all the exit conference. We're going to have a resume about that, of course. So I just want to share with you about that. The Sakoski talk about what he learned, like Jakai and Cody. And I'm going to share with you tonight at 9 o'clock what is the resume of those interviews about that, to try to set up what's going on the chat. Culture always be Memorial Cup winner to versus NCAA champion. That was case no. So we like Utah. Unfortunately, like you mentioned to us, Rick, the problem with that is the age between players. You talk, a league where it can accept a 16, exceptional player at 15 versus NCAA. They can have men like 22, 23, 24. It can go a little bit older. That would be the only problem with that one over there. So that would be very difficult to do that, Rick. Now, I was changing that question, Rick, to will it be interesting to get the winner of the USHL, the best league junior and USA, right? Like example, the Chicago Steel, the Cedar Rapids Rough Riders, the Waterloo Blackhawks, or whatever you want to name them, right? And the winner of that one play against the Memorial Cup winner. It could be something like that. Could be happen. Luc knock the door. Welcome back, Mr. Luc. Good afternoon. And we have André Robert Drouin, guys. Thanks so much, guys, to join us live for one more time this week. We really appreciate about that. That's covered, guys, all the news we have around the Montreal Canadiens, but I have two more. I'm not done yet. Stay with me. We have a lot of conversation to do. A couple of NHL news around the league. The Washington announced this is the end of the season from Oshie with the Washington Capitals. Well, like I said, Washington, guys, this is the mess over there, and very big concern about that. A lot of people asking me all the time, asking me the culture. What does the culture have to do? But you can see a culture really not there in the Washington for many years. And this is something happening all the time with the Washington Capitals. And it will be interesting what will be the next move from the GM over there, McLennan. The Tampa Bay announced another player is out and not going to start the season for the playoff. is Janat for the Tampa Bay Lightning. Very bad news to hear that after the trade and many picks for him, Carl Foot, I believe. Will be something to follow up with Tampa Bay Lightning. Not looking good, guys, for the last, February, middle of February. And I don't think so. This is going to be a team, maybe exit first round. A lot of fans for here. Maybe they expect the Toronto going to lose again, or maybe they wish the Toronto win, lose the first round. Some of you believe on Toronto Maple Leaf, and I think this is maybe the time for the Toronto to flourish the round number one. I think they can get that level. And you never know after that, a team like Toronto can have those kind of motivation after they won the first time in the last 6 years, and then now the fans at the base at Toronto downtown, everything like that. You never know what could happen in the second round. And you know, second round could be the Boston Bruins if they won the first round. And Boston Bruins going to have a lot of pressure at that moment, because I think right now, after they cross the first round, Toronto have nothing to win at the end. If they lose, at least they will say we crossed the first round. And now it will be all about the Toronto, the Boston, because Boston need to win this year. They put everything and all the eggs in the same basket right now to win with Orlov, Attaway, Pertuzzi, and they trade for Zaka. They sign back a lower money contract, Bergeron and Krejcik, and I can go all the way like that. And with the performance they did so far, so I think that the pressure will be really interesting for the Boston at the second round against the Toronto Maple Leafs. It is happening tonight. Thank you, RJ, for this information. Women World tonight, 7 o'clock, Canada versus USA. No surprise there. Je n'écoute depuis le début. Je suis en retard. Excusez-moi, pas de problème. Mon André fait plaisir. Going to play this week. Yes, this is the good news about this one. We're going to talk about this, Joseph. First of all, Dallas Joe Pavelski is right now looking to add his 1,000 point in NHL, like the 1,500 for Crosby and the 1,000 and then the 100 point for Carlson. Luke Hughes, the brother of the two other Quinn and Jack Hughes, going to start and make his debut of his career in NHL tomorrow night for the New Jersey Devils. This is another point bring on the table. We'll see what he look like, but again, it's one of the great players that usually have as a prospect. We always not remember. We always talk about Alexandre also. Before that, we talk about the Russian defenseman. Now he left for Timo Meier. We talk about Stillman over there. They have so many great prospects for the organization, the Devils. Anyhow, look at Jack. Are not going to use the first name on the jersey, but will just be used for look like. Oh, that's great to see that. Don't forget, get to click on the like. Finally, the Anaheim Rand Strom got 5,000 fine for the question or ice tickets on the weekend. Not done yet. Stay with me, guys. Give us all information. We have 5 questions for you tonight, guys, because this is the end of the week of the season this week. And then we'll talk about this a little bit later tonight. 10 game of the program tonight. Many of them are an implication about something at the standing for different team. First of all, guys, the wild card race on both conference, the Islanders, the Flyers, the Pittsburgh Penguins, the Florida Panthers. We cannot discount, by the way, the Buffalo Sabres. Mathematically, the Buffalo Sabres could be a part of the wild card if they win all their game and every other team struggle and they lose their game. So it's really going to be until to the last game of the year. It could be Wednesday or Thursday to figure out who they are in the playoff. On the Western Conference, with the loss of Nashville, again, the Winnipeg Jet. This Winnipeg Jet have everything on their hands. W tonight against San Jose, that will clinch their spot pretty much at 100%. But the Calgary tried to come back, and the Nashville tried to survive and stay alive. I'm not sure it's going to happening for them, but it's something to have to follow up. So that's a great point. The race for the bottom. Everybody lose at the bottom. You can see the Anaheim Ducks or whatever. They got 1 point yesterday against Arizona Coyotes. That's not helping them a lot. What are you talking about, Coach? Because with that point, guys, they put them in front of Chicago and the Columbus Blue Jackets. This is not good news for them. You have right now Columbus 32 at 56 points. Chicago is at 56, and now Anaheim is at 58. So this is the bottom of the race for the Connor Bedard. The Chicago lead over Columbus because they have one W more at the percentage. So that's the big trend, the breaking. I think the breaking between both is Chicago got it. So Columbus finished 32 at that moment. They had three division title, guys. The race for Carolina and the New Jersey is not over yet. You have the race between Colorado, Dallas, not for, and Minnesota, not over yet. And then you have the Pacific with the Edmonton and the Vegas. It's not over yet. So that gives you three great divisions to do that. Finally, the Boston chasing the history. Boston right now are, like I mentioned to you, what got the 63W. They tried to catch up at the Montreal Canadiens 1976-77 to get the most point in one season. Finally, individual milestone. Since the beginning of the year, guys, you can see the milestone at the end of the year. The 60 goal by Snack and McDavid. McDavid could win the triple crown with the most goal, most assists, most point. Long time we not see. He crossed the 150 point. You can talk about Carlson shy at 2 point to reach a 100 point. The Ilmac or below at 2.00 goal again average. I can go all the way like that. The people Crosby shy to get his 1500 point of his career. And this is good to conclude. This is the last game possible. Jonathan Taze this week with the Chicago Blackhawks. What will be the next for him? We don't know. So a lot of things were happening this week on Fenway's milestone. Last game for the some players to play in NHL. Some people are going to announce a retire. Whatever is happening, it's really interesting, entertaining week for whatever you are a fan of Montreal Canadiens or any other team. You have to stay tuned all week because this is what the NHL looking at the end of the week of the season, right? This is what they're looking for to keep the fans and do the game and to follow what's going on around the NHL. And that's what you got. They can talk about the parity. You got it. You have right now 10 game, 18 of the 20 game played tonight team are involved with something tonight. Whatever it is. It could be at the bottom. It could be at the top. It could be the wild card. This is what the fun about this, guys. And then we're going to get the best thing happening, the round number one in the NHL. This is the best time of the year, by the way. So I just want to share with you what's going on around this. J'écoute, coach de play. Je look at Jack and get Rick Bengal. Ben said that the year NCAA was a great series. Go, leave, go. Chicago would probably make it the third to go 100 positive one third. William McClary. I want to share with you because talking about William and Rick, but William follow more the NCAA like I do. The important thing about this guys is the Final Four. Quinnipiac play against the Minnesota, and the Quinnipiac come back to tie the game 2-2, and then he got the winning goal at the beginning of the third. I think it was 10 seconds to win the first championship men's and NCAA after it. I think it was the third attempt. I thought it was two. Then Williams said the third attempt. Then the winner, the Adam Fantilli won the trophy, the MVP of the NCAA, the O.B. Baker Trophy. Congratulations for Adam Fantilli. He is right now on the top best prospect junior for the NHL Draft 2023. It will be interesting who is going to select number 1, number 2, and number 3. We know Bedard should be number 1 at this moment of the year. That's what we got, guys. Tonight, Thursday night, we have selection, and we have 2 people got the bus. Ladies and gentlemen, yes, coach did it with Luciano Graziano. We are the only 2 people go on the bus this week from the Wednesday with a record of 11-3 and 40 games. So let's send them to the body bus. That will give me time to take some water because my voice is getting a little bit fatigued. Here we go. We are back and now on this graphic. And when we did this graphic, guys, it's time to talk about the gel. And unfortunately, for the second time back to back, our friend Chicago 97, I think we're going to get that one over there, guys. So let me check this one over there. This is the time for the gel, and he continues to stay there for another days. He's been there for a couple of days right now, Chicago, but he's lead the leadership, by the way. But we got that one about that. between Chicago Blackhawks for the 1997. I'm watching the TV, guys. Like a kind of fight on the bench for the Clippers. It's only weekend. I don't know what's going on over there, but that's what happened. Crazy wall, crazy wall about that one. Then so it's time to lock him up, like Mr. Top. He was said to me, let's make this happening. And he's locking up for look like I don't know. I didn't hear nothing about that one there, but let's do it again. Here we go. Chicago is stuck over there for the next 24 hours. Sorry about that, but welcome back in the show anyway. We have 10 games on the program, guys. This is the game number 1 with Big Jet, but off for Nick. Yeah, sorry, that Frozen 4 final was one of the amazing hockey game to watch. It was moving. Yeah, absolutely right, William. I see the replay again. This game was what a great one over there. And wow, we have the Bulgaria versus the Romania guys, a woman. They have fight between the girls. Pretty funny to see that. So that's happening about this. Winnipeg Jets versus the San Jose Sharks, guys. Winnipeg Jets, last week, I think last week we said they cannot lose the game, and they lose the game on the road by the score 2-0. I think it was Anaheim or Arizona. And now this game, guys, they win tonight. This will be almost confirmed their spot in NHL for the next. So would be interesting. I don't have the starter or the goalie. Maybe someone can help me about that one there. I don't have this. The only thing I know, guys, I'm going to go with Winnipeg Jets. And Mr. Natal go with Winnipeg Jets by the score at 5-1, 5-2. Again, it's over the Sharks. The only thing I will say to you tonight on this guy is maybe Winnipeg have to pick it up with the guys. I think they should leave a little bit more play and Nicolas Eller more often. I think the Eller he's really the one making big fun of the bottom of the top 6 of that team. And then Morrissey need to consider what he's doing. What a great year for Josh Morrissey. And then Carlson tried to reach a 100 point in one season. The last one that accomplished this in the shot is Brian Leach, 1994, I believe, or 92. Anyhow, final score, guys. Both of us will go with Winnipeg tonight. Cannot lose. Alan Barnes in the house. Welcome back. Reimer versus Connor at the back. Jet 3-5-2. The last thing at home versus the Sharks. Yeah, but that will not influence me, Luciano. I know you try to influence me, but I don't get one of that. At the back, just Reimer. Jet 4-2 for Luke. That's what happening there. And tonight, guys, the Rangers back at the Madison Square Garden holds the Buffalo Sabres tonight. This is a very interesting game because the Buffaloes are still in the race for the wild card. A little bit less point behind the Pittsburgh and the New York Islanders and the Florida Panthers. But still, you want to have a fans like the Buffalo Sabres fans to see your team try to make the playoff at the last week of the season. And this we have to give credit for the Grenadier coach and the players. Devon Levi is back with the team. Since he moved up for the NC. What a great game he played with them. That stabilized a bit their goalie situation. With a better goalies, I think the Buffalo Sabres could be in the playoff, or at least go all the way that over there. Tough call here. RJ David Levi. This is just second, guys. Both of us we go with the New York Rangers tonight. I go 5-2 Rangers, 4-2 for this. They let Patrick Kane out of the lineup. I think just let him go. Is anybody starting Jacob Maxstrom tonight? Ariel Summer. Look like he will start for sure, and I will do it too if I was you for that one over there. It will be interesting to watching Maxstrom. The next game, guys, game number 2 tonight. This is the Hurricane versus Ottawa. This is a tough call because one team are nothing to play for. The Ottawa Senators right now, they only play for the standing and the personal milestone individual players. And then you have the Carolina Hurricane, guys, where that team tried to figure out what they need to do to go back and to be ready for the momentum of the playoff. They're 4-5-1 the last 10 game, 4-4-2 for Ottawa Senators. And again, like I mentioned to you, Ottawa Senators, they just try to finish the season strong they can for prepare for upcoming year. But again, this is a disappointment season overall for Ottawa Senators. Giroux over 30 goals. Tim Suzla became one of the biggest star in NHL in the future. And Brady Tkachuk have a great year. Unfortunately, Josh Norris missing. Alex Brinkat have a better second half of the season. We're going to get right now 27, 28 goals so far. Unfortunately, injuries hurt the defensive. We know the defense of the Ottawa was the biggest problem. You can see that they had Jacob Chikron, but they're a bit too late, I think, to get that push in the playoff. So you're welcome, Ariel. That's great to see that. That's happening. Frederick Anderson visits Zogard tonight. Look, go with Hurricane for the score 5-2 tonight. And there will be the thing where I think for me, guys, I have to go with the Carolina tonight because I still believe Carolina need to prove something. Not going to be easy for them. But I think Carolina should be. But I'll go a little bit lower score for me. Carolina 3-2 tonight against Ottawa Senator. That will be my score, final score. Carolina, both of them are going to be the Ottawa Senator tonight. Game number 21, guys, the New York Islanders versus the Washington Capitals. This I'll go right there, guys. This is a two-team go on different planet right now. The Capitals just try to get out the season quick they can. They already out of the playoff of the season already. They are on vacation. They just said, okay, we have 20 minutes to play hockey right now, and that's it. That's all. We don't need practice in the morning. We just want to go through the season right now. That's it. That's all. On the flip side, the Islanders try to survive to get a spot. We know the biggest viral comments of the weekend was Matthew Barzal about the playoff. He's happy to be where he at. He apologized. He didn't want to hurt the fans of Vancouver, the player, teammates, and the staff over there. But he was a bit he's a little bit changed his mind when you talk about this, but he's really happy where he at. The New York Islanders guys right now fight, like I said. We expect a pressure Zorokin tonight versus Quamper. And Mr. Tap go with the New York Islanders by score 3-2 tonight. So New York Islanders for the New York for Mr. ENORTAP, New York Islanders 3-2. Going to add the score, so you be sure we got it tonight. 4-1 for me for New York Islanders. Capitals match is Martin. Arvinskin out for. Here we go. He's already out. Islanders 4-3. Go Sharks. Go Jake McEnwee is in the house. Don't forget, guys, to click on the likes. That would be awesome if you can do that. That'd be great. Here's the game, guys, where the fans want the Toronto win. It's rare the fans, Montreal Canadiens, cheer for the Toronto Maple Leafs, but you want to start the Florida Panthers out of the playoff. This is a right way, because maybe a W for Islanders and now helping the Montreal Canadiens, and of course to get the Panthers out of the playoff tonight. The last 10 game with a straight 6W. The Florida Panthers are 6-4-0 the last 10 game. Alex Lyon will be between the pipe. Toronto sent back Samsonov. Samsonov on the road struggles in the beginning of the year. They are 5-3-2. They have a big W against the Montreal Canadiens. They completely destroyed the Montreal Canadiens by the score 7-1 with Mitch Marner 3 point, Tavares 2 goal, and they tried to prepare the momentum of the playoff for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Ryan O'Reilly back in the lineup now, and so be very interesting. Can the Toronto want to let go and hurt the Montreal Canadiens, just show up tonight, but not let win the Florida Panthers? Florida Panthers, guys, I said they could be surprise a team right now for the first round playoff. Samson versus Lion, Leaf got 4-3. Sam Bennett still out for the Toronto for the Panthers. Islanders 5-4. Now we come out hard tonight. Luciano, you're absolutely about that one over there, and that's the reason I go with the Florida Panthers 5-3, and Mr. Tap go with Florida Panthers 4-3 tonight at the Arena Live Florida tonight. So that's what we got. Nice 5-4. Talking about nice, and Matthew Nice, I think, should play his first game tonight. I don't know. It's confirmed. Anybody knows that? If you know that, that would be great to mention that. But I didn't have no confirm about the confirmation of Matthew Nice play with the Toronto Maple Leafs tonight. The next game I want to talk about, guys, is the Dallas Stars versus the Red Wings, Detroit Red Wings. The Stars right now, they try to catch up the Colorado Avalanche, so it's a very important game. They are 7-2-1. They pick it up a little bit better for the last 10 games for the Dallas Stars. On the road, they are 23-11-5. We expect HUNTE between the pie for them on the Detroit Red Wings, but this is almost the season is already over. They are eliminated, but they're pretty good. Whatever they lost the last game, they're pretty good overall. 5-4-1 the last 10 game at home. They are 19-16-4 at the Little Caesars Arena. But again, very difficult year, very disappointment season for Ben Chariot, and the goaltending situation for the backup, at least Nick Ankovic, whatever he played a bit better last week. I think overall Detroit was expect a better year, and they become a buyer team to the seller team at the trade deadline when they trade Ronek and Pertuzzi, and they sign contract at Dylan Larkin. So would be interesting. They have a lot of draft pick. Again, another year of rebuilding for Steve Eisenman, the GM of the Detroit Red Wings. We'll see what we've got on the chat. We have Rick Kane and John Grega knock the door. Welcome back, both of you. Thanks so much for all the likes. Okay, I'll go for this because, as I said, they are going hard. Again, it's just question. Dallas 6-3 for Jake. Jake on versus Billy Russo, Yamo. Thanks so much, both of you guys. If anybody is in the chat, there we go. William, and don't forget, for me, I will stick with the Russian market mostly, but that will be very risk. About this, I will send to thanks so much for all the likes we got tonight. Let's see what we got for Mr. 4-2 Dallas tonight. $4-2 tonight for Mr. ENORTAP. 4-2 Dallas tonight. ENORTAP is quiet tonight. 4-2, Mr. For that one over there. I have the same score, by the way, for me about this game. Next game, guys, the Minnesota versus the Chicago Blackhawks are already, guys. You already know Chicago go right now to try to tank for the bottom to not get any point anymore. Minnesota tried to catch up at Dallas with 2 points behind, and the Colorado Avalanche 4 points behind for the winner of the Central Division. At some point, Minnesota is going to play against Dallas, I believe, on that first one. But we'll see what happened, the outcome of the week. Minnesota are like 6-2 in the last 10 games. They still play without Kaprizov. We hope he will be back for the playoff. And that would be really no contest for me on that game. I would go with Minnesota tonight by the score 4-1. And Minnesota go with Minnesota by the score 4-2 tonight. Look, this is, again, another team, Chicago, unplug the cord on the wall, and they are already set up now for the weekend. But this, guys, is this the end of Jonathan Toews or not? This is Jonathan Toews want to return next year, play again, or he's going to retire. This will be something to follow up, but we're going to have the fans, the Blackhawk fans, going to thank him with great standing ovation. I will be interested to watching that one over there. Gustafsson visits ALEXANDRE between the pie for the Chicago. Look, with 5-1. Broden is out, Yamo said. Arc 6-4. Jake McEnroe. Matt Dumba is out, Yamo. Erickson is out. Wow. Interesting to see that, Yamo, about that. I still go with Minnesota Wild anyway, and would be Spurgeon is out. Wow, I don't know who is going to play right there for Minnesota tonight. Really? Wow. Next game, guys. This is an important game. We talk about the Nashville Predator versus Calgary Flame. Two teams went out fine to try to catch up the Winnipeg Jet. This game, the winner of this game, guys, whenever you get only 1 point, that's not good enough. This is the end for that team. They're going to be eliminated. So if Winnipeg Jet win tonight, guys, just give you an idea what the wildcard is on that race over there. On this one, Winnipeg Jet, guys, have 1 point over Calgary, and they win tonight, and they get 93. And Calgary lose tonight, this is over for them. They have not enough game. Now, the Nashville Predators are 3 points behind. Winnipeg win tonight, this almost over it will be over for Nashville. Now, if Calgary win tonight, they have 92 points, and the Winnipeg Jets are 93 points. The last game of the year will be where the both teams have to win. And again, the Winnipeg are in control about their own situation right there. They play 3 games this week, so that will be something to follow up for sure for that night tonight. Tonight I go with Calgary, guys, for the score of 4-3 for them. On the flip side, Calgary are right now play 4-2 against the Nashville Predator for Mr. Rick, for Mr. ENORTAP. Calgary score by the score of 4-2 tonight against the Nashville Predator. Predator better goalie, a faster team. Flame 5-3, and it's not a renter 5-3. William, where can you, William, where are you? And that's why to figure out something else. Jacob McSorley says, Zarosa, wow. Pick them, Calgary, and overtime. There we go. Awesome, William. The next thing I want to talk about this guy, we're almost at the end of the show, about 5 more minutes before we take a break. Come back at 8 o'clock tonight. Don't forget to join me at 9 o'clock tonight. Apologize. Seattle Kraken play for the Arizona Coyotes. This is the second game of the 3 games they have to play for the rest of the season. And again, Seattle Kraken try to crack up the 100 point of the season. They try to reach the Los Angeles Kings. The Arizona, this is right to get at the bottom. Then now they are number 6. They want to lose because they want hope. They want 12 win. And with the W, they got to get Anaheim Ducks past the Montreal Canadiens and the standing from 28 to 27. Easy for me, guys. I go to Seattle Kraken tonight. Nothing much to tell about that team. And, now, and after I go, score 5-2 tonight. 5-2 for Mr. ENORTAP. Again, for the Seattle Kraken. Tonight, we expect between the pipe is going to be, I think, John Prost Vedar versus Felix Krober. Here we go, confirmed by Yamo. So you can see right now that Arizona don't want to win anything. Kraken 4-1 to look at. Thanks so much for that one over there. RG Continus, like to be in Thailand after watching culture video. Thanks so much. More to come, guys, this week. I'm going to make another one for tomorrow or the next. And one of the day I want to do is my challenge, $10. It's coming very soon. Anyway, the last game of the year, the night for the 10th game, number 10, is going to be the Vancouver Canucks and the Los Angeles Kings. The Vancouver Canucks won the last 2 games. You have to give credit for Rick Tocchet, what he accomplished, and he got a new job with the Vancouver, bring that team for the next level. They are 5-3-2 in the last 10 games. They're hanging there. The Kings lost the last 3 games. The Kings lost the game at the wrong time, honestly. 5-5-0. For the one they was trying to compete against Vegas, now they try to survive. That'll just give you an idea how the Pacific Division is so tied between all of them. The Kings right now try to get alive to go away from the Seattle Kraken. But a big loss tonight, guys. That would complicate the situation. They don't want to stop at finish at 4. They play against Vegas, or they play Colorado Avalanche the first round. I'll go whatsoever with the Los Angeles Kings tonight by the winning the goal, by the score 3-2 tonight. But sometimes I'll go with Los Angeles Kings tonight. We have the same score. When I'm talking about the same team, Los Angeles Kings are looking for a score 4-2 for Mr. ENORTAP. Kings 4-3. Coach, you need to, sometime we're going to get there for sure. Delia versus Corpissalo for the Los Angeles Kings. Pick the score for the Laval game tonight. I will go with Laval because I want Laval to win about tonight game for sure. This guy gave us all the 10 games we have on the program tonight in NHL. Again, they are really involved, different team. At the end of the show, we always ask Mr. ENORTAP, what pay your attention tonight? And what are you looking for? I'm sorry about that. What are you looking for? But before that, guys, I want to invite you. Don't forget to join me live. Do I have this one over there? Let me get for you guys my new one over there. I set up this one over there. Here we go. Join me at 9 o'clock tonight. The Rookie Learn. I want to share with you the experience of the year, what they're looking for the off season. So it'll be about 15-20 minutes of conversation about the Montreal Canadiens tonight. And then after that, we're going to talk about the NHL, a follow-up of the update around the league, guys. So come with me at 9 o'clock. I think we're going to have a great time for 60 minutes. And then we'll conclude the show tonight at 9 o'clock. But what are we looking for tonight, guys? Here we go, guys. The Jets have to win tonight to clinch the spot. The Rangers, Buffalo Sabres try to win tonight to survive for maybe the wild spot. But the Rangers want to get the momentum. The Hurricane try to go back and keep the position number 1 and the standing. The Islander Capitals, Islander battle for the wild card. Panthers battle for the wild card. The Star tried to catch up the Colorado Avalanche. The Wild tried to catch up the both of them. And then you had the Flame try to survive on the wild card with the Nashville Predator. The Kraken tried to crack the 100 point and tried to catch up the Los Angeles Kings. The last game is the Kings tried to catch up the 2 other teams, Edmonton and Vegas, possible in fact 5 points behind, I believe, and they try to not push away the Seattle Kraken. So 10 game with something happening tonight in NHL. This is what we're looking for, guys. This will be interesting to see that. 25 luck. You need to about this. Listen again, coming up. Chuck is on overtime. Eternal. Thanks so much, guys. Don't forget to click on the like before you leave the building tonight. It's a great show overall. Hopefully you enjoy it. We'll be back all week. We have 3 more shows to go with the warm up. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. We don't have no show Friday. At least something changed. If something changed, we'll let you know. But right now, we don't expect to have any show Friday because this is a new year in Thailand. And so that's something we have to figure out about that. We're going to give you a little bit more information. My next video of the Frenchie and Thailand. You can subscribe on that one there. I look like it does not work, but I want to remind you guys we have NHL.com/bracket. You can check for the leagues called Hockey Nation. Password is playoff 2023. Let me check, guys. Before we leave, we have 2 more minutes because I was there a few minutes ago. I don't know why it did not work. NHL.com bracket challenge and sign out. I don't know. It's not working there too. I don't know. I'm going to look about this again to see that why not it's not working about this one there. Really interesting. I did it before that. I saved it. They showed it to me, and I don't know. NHL maybe wait for 24 hours acceptation. We're going to give you more information tomorrow at the next show, guys. So don't go nowhere for that one over there. Again, they don't give it to me, so let's see what we get here, guys. About that one. Okay. We're going to try it again. Private called playoff 2023. Save it. They said to me, join NHL League. I don't know what it's all about in my league. Interesting. We're going to let you know this tomorrow, guys, at the show. I cannot figure out that one over there. So we'll be Mr. Willie. Nice to knock the door. Thanks so much, Willie. Thanks again for watching us. Hopefully you enjoyed the show tonight. Before we leave, we want to tell you one more thing. You are awesome. You are amazing. You are the best. And remember, you have greatness inside of you. Yes, he has greatness inside of you, Mr. ENORTAP. We wish you the best for your daughter and hopefully speed recovery for your daughter. So if people don't know, she has some kind of incidents or afternoon. That's the reason he missed the show tonight. Hopefully, we're going to see him the next time. Until then, my friend, of course, we want to remind you, be well, be healthy. Find a way not only dominate your day, find a way to dominate your first half of what? Yes, 2023. And look forward to see you tonight, 9 o'clock p.m. Until then, enjoy the rest of your day. A 10 game in NHL tonight. Thanks so much for everybody to be a part of the show. All the Mazarders, thank you so much. All the people in the chat, thank you. Don't forget to email us for the prediction tonight. 10 game tonight in action. We'll be back at 9 o'clock. Have a great night, everybody.